Welcome
to Leipzig
for the Games Convention 2007.
You're watching
Gamereactor
TV.
I won't talk. You don't have to.
So I'm sitting here with Chris, and we're going to talk about Radical Entertainment's new game, Prototypes. What was your vision when you first started working on the game?
We were basically looking to create a new original IP with a adult tone, with a anti-hero, very different from an altruistic superhero. We wanted to make it a very realistic world with a very dark storyline, with a troubled character who was very relatable but also completely unrelatable. And basically it's the entire story is a story of revenge. How did Alex Mercer, the prototype, have these powers? Who did these terrible things to him? And what are you going to do about it once you find out what's at the bottom of the conspiracy? So a fun project so far. There's a large conspiracy. I can't reveal too much right now. The military are involved, a secret part of the military, and they're looking to hunt you down. There's also a third faction beyond yourself and the military, which is the Infected, which we'll be explaining in the next few months. But the Infected are a very dangerous faction who are a large threat to your survival. And basically we're looking at a three-way war across New York City set in 2008.
So compared to other open-ended games that are out in the market, obviously a very populated genre.
Right.
What sets Prototype apart in your view?
Sure, a few things actually. We're looking to do a lot of things that have never been seen before on next generation console. We believe that we can really bring a city to life given our technology, our in-house engine, the titanium engine. We've had a lot of games set in New York City before, but you walk into Times Square and there's 3 pedestrians, which isn't really Times Square if you've ever been to Times Square. So we want to have people, when they see and smell and touch this game, that they feel like they've been there, they can relate to this environment. Hence, we want to have a bustling, vibrant, atmospheric, noisy, crowded city. Because then, when you add in the gameplay elements of Alex, the Infected, and the military coming together in dynamic ways, it's absolute chaos, and also in a fun, structured way. And things that no one's really seen before. So that's one of our major goals. And also the interaction of these systems, the pedestrians, the artificial intelligence of the pedestrians when they begin to panic. Huge accidents happening, cars going off the road, explosions causing more pedestrians to go and panic down the road. So all these kind of sub-reactions and chain reactions that happen during gameplay, it is so much fun to watch, but then when you're playing, you're in the middle of it all. So it just adds more fun to the mission, essentially. So,
how are you handling the civilians? Or
right.
Can you kill them, or do you get penalized for that?
There is a response system. So basically the pedestrians are not your primary concern. They are in this world. If they get in the way of the action, well, they are going to get hurt. Obviously, though, you have bigger fish to fry. You have larger enemies coming at you. You can consume anybody in New York City. You can be using your powers, your biological powers. Anyone you see, you can become. And then essentially you can use disguise to get your way through a mission. Or alternatively, you can use outright aggression and attack power to get through the mission. So you always have that choice in the game.
So can you choose to play the whole game as a stealth game?
Well, the word stealth is probably a little wrong. We like to use the word disguise. I mean, you are outdoors in the open city, so you're not hiding underneath a box. We want you to actually feel like you're part of society. But yes, the idea is the missions are designed so you can complete them either through action or outright over-the-top action, or through the use of disguise to be very clever and avoid the use of violence, if you wish. But obviously there are some big fights where violence and outright action is called for as well. Alex is a shapeshifter. It's one of our key hooks is you are a deadly shape-shifting weapon. Essentially you have incredible range of attack powers, things like gigantic claws you can instantly snap out. You have a ground spike, you can drive into the ground and spikes will come up and impale tanks, impale soldiers. You can really kick a lot of ass with those. You also have defensive powers, like an armored skin will form over your body. And you gain these powers through gaining the DNA of specific targets. We also have the ability to shapeshift into other people as one power as well for mass confusion. You could take the shape of a soldier or a commander and actually confuse soldiers to protect you and have them do your work for you, which is kind of fun. Or you could actually decide to punch one and they'll get confused and they might even begin to shoot each other. So always clever ways to affect the mission. And finally, you have sense powers. So we want to have some persistent destruction. Normally, if a building gets attacked by a missile, a small explosion will go bang and that's it. But in next gen, in our engine, we want large, persistent dust clouds and huge explosive effects. Glass blowing out of buildings and dust hanging around for 2 or 3 minutes. So with the sense power, you can turn that on and actually see through the dust where your opponents can't see. So it's a weapon you can use against them. So, and also a key part is you can mix and match your powers. You can have back spikes combined with a blade arm. You could literally mix and match to your heart's content, because we want to have the player have a lot of freedom of choice in this game.
Speaking of mixing and matching, you also have a co-op mode in the game. Can you tell us something about that?
Sure. It's early details yet, but we're excited to announce a co-op mode online for all formats, PS3, Xbox 360 and PC. And what's fun about our co-op mode, and what we think is next-gen about co-op, is because the game, you can be 2 prototypes, so your friend can be doing the mission with you, and your friend can be doing an attack style, and you can be helping as a disguise style. So two different ways to play in the same world together. You can also jack military vehicles, so your friend could control a helicopter, and you can control a tank. So you can literally have fun with that whole mixture of the combination of elements is what makes co-op so much fun. It isn't just going down a corridor together. You can go anywhere across New York City. Maybe your friend could bring the infected from one part of town and lure them to where you are, and then you're waiting in an Apache helicopter using your Hellfire missiles to take them all out. So you can really find new ways to cooperate in co-op mode. So we're really excited about that mode.
Okay, where are you with the prototype right now, and when can we get to play it?
Super early, we're at 20%. We are out Q3 2008, so we're looking forward to that, and we can't wait to show you some more progress next year.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much.